Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff 529 BH fifth wheel. I'm here to show you around the unit, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. First thing I want you to take into consideration are your slides. You want to leave plenty of room for these slides to come out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of them. You do have slide covers, but you still don't want too much to fall on those. Then I want you to think about where your water and power hookups are. Your water is going to be at the front of the unit on your off camp side, just behind your front. And your power is going to be all the way here at the rear on this back corner of your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you've arrived, unhook your hitch. Your landing leg control will be right here. Retract or extend. Release this bar to lower your legs. Unhook your hitch. Get yourself level. Once you're level, you're going to come to the back and put down your stabilizing jacks. Now remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So you only want to bring them down just enough to hold your levels. Extend. These will come down rather quickly, but I do recommend our stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to set below your feet here. Better distribute the weight, protect your feet from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Then bring these down and see as clean as your feet. And you don't want to bring it down until they're both down. Again, just to stabilize your unit. You don't want to change the levelness of it. Once you got our unit level and stable, next thing we're going to do is hook up our power. They have this 50 amp cord here on the end. Move a few things here. The way these new ones go in. So you wiggle it in, turn it to the right, and then lock this washer on. They have 50 amp service should you need it. There is a 50 to 30 dog bone, as they call it. Reduce it down. If you need to, there's a 30 to 110 or 15 amp plug as well. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook our water up. It's coming up here to your docking station. Made everything pretty easy here. Here are all your controls. We're going to hook up to city water. So we're going to put our white down, green to the left, blue to the left, and red up. So now we match that in the middle, down here. Then we're going to take our water pressure regulator. Now this water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting city water in or using your black tank flush. Hook up your city water. Hook up your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. So your hot water heater is located just to the right of your outdoor kitchen. All we're doing at this point is opening this up and making sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out from last time you were camping. Simply return that, get it in there nice and tight, and then you can turn your hose on. Once your hose has been on for a little while, you're going to come up to this pressure release valve. You release the air out of the lines by pulling on this handle. Eventually you have a nice steady flow of water coming out of there. Once you do, you know you can Your hot water heater is full and you can turn it on from indoors. Now you will see an on-off switch down here for your electric element. Only turn that on when hooked up to 110. And then if your hot water heater is not heating, here's a couple presets or resets. This will bubble out. Just press it back in, either one of them if they're out. Now let's say we're going camping and we're not hooked up to city water. We're gonna hook up to potable water. The Flagstaff made this real easy on the control panel. Now we're simply gonna hit dry camping. Hook it up for dry camping. White down, red and green up, blue to the left. Bam. Now we're set up for city water or potable water. So in the rear view unit, off campsite, is your potable water tank. Simply open this up and fill it up with a hose. Two different ways to tell if it's overflowing or if it's full. You have an overflow valve there, or you can go inside and hold your fresh water tank button down and that'll tell when that's full. Do the same thing, burp your hot water heater. Let the air out of the lines. The difference is, when you're using your potable water, you're gonna want to turn on your water pump. Two different places you can turn on your water pump. Right here, or indoors. Now we got our water hooked up, our electricity. We're all set to camp. I'm gonna walk around the unit and show you a few other things. Here in your docking station, again, your water pump. Big spray handle here. Hooks up to the spray port. All your different settings there. Bring it down to here. Your city water and your black tank flush. Little hole, run all your cords down through. There is your water filter. There's a changeable water filter in that. Your propane is up here. You have a night docking light here as well. This is your furnace heat release. Steer clear of that. If you have your furnace on, it'll get rather warm. Down here is your black and gray dumps, as well as your low point drain, which are these two right here. Your slide on your slides. This is called a wiper. To add to the longevity of the life of your wiper, they have what's called a wiper fluid you apply to that. It keeps it pliable. Adds longevity to the life of your slide. Some outdoor storage here. Access panel to the back of your fridge. And more storage. You have a second gray tank back here to dump. You also have a fresh water drain if you're using potable water. That's where you open that up. Again, your rear stabilizing jacks and your power. Coming around to the back of your unit, you do have your ladder to go up and check your seams. Caulk as needed. Unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. The device you purchased from our store is sets on the dash of the tow vehicle. Electronically communicates with that to give you a backup camera. More storage back here. Accessory hitch. Coming around to your outdoor kitchen. Right down here is your LP quick connect for that. There's an outdoor shower. Your stabilizing jacks. Kitchen. You open this up here. Pull it out and lock these on. And underneath here you have your hose, your LP quick connect. Then just store that back up in there when closing it up. You do hand light this. Set that to light and hand light it. Don't forget to lock in this outdoor kitchen. Your hot water heater, outdoor speakers, and a hood for your microwave. This lip here is for a grill and table, which I'll show you. It's a big griddle that comes with the unit. There's a hole for your manual override, and then there's also a spot to bring down the spare tire. Another LP disconnect up here. That'll be used for your griddle. Cable, 110, and a spot for a TV outdoors. More storage. And your pass-through storage. In this pass-through storage, is the table and griddle that sets up out there, and another table. This is your manual override for the slides. This is a manual override for your power jack and your stabilizing jacks. And this side is your other propane. And in the front, your batteries. Check your battery post. Check terminals, make sure those are connected well, and your battery disconnect. This will come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide detector. Get on the front of the unit. Docking lights, prepped for solar. You can hook up a solar panel here and it'll charge your batteries. And your landing control legs. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look inside your unit. Coming up the steps, coming into the unit, first thing I want you and everyone to know is where the fire extinguisher is. In case of emergency, fire extinguisher is located at your entry doorway. Coming in the unit on your hallway here, just left here is your thermostat. System, cool, heat, or off. Then you can change each one and change your desired temperature up here. Over here are some hallway and interior lights. Your Wi-Fi Ranger info. This allows you to pick up Wi-Fi as if you're right next to it, even if you're back at the camp. And your control panel will start at the top. This is for your fan. Down here is where you check your tanks, your new battery, your fresh tank. That's where I say you'll hold the button in to tell when your potable water is full. And your black and 2 gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to electricity. Here's where you turn it on if you're hooked up to gas. Below that, your water pump and your tank heater. Here's your slide controls. We'll run them out. We'll run them in when I close the unit up. And here's your awning. On your awning, you only want to run that out until the flap falls down to about 90 degrees. You're out far enough. These are all lighting, porch, lighting, awning, step, and here's your Wi-Fi booster. Coming down into your unit now, your Hisense television, IRV Technologies Bluetooth AM, FM, CD player. You have dual zones, 3 zones. You can play your music indoors, the front, or outdoors. Fireplace. They're not just for looks anymore. So if it's chilly on a morning or evening, instead of using up your gas to warm it up in here, use their electricity at the park. I've got some heat kicking out of here. It'll get warm in here rather quick. Nice way to save on your gas to heat it up in here. You have a lot of individual touch lighting throughout the unit. Your self-explanatory microwave. Your oven does have a light and a fan. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn that to the back. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light. Hit your spark and there's your flames. Same thing on your oven. Set your oven to light. Then hit your spark over here. No more pilot light down there to light. Also in your kitchen here is your 110 with GFCI reset. And let's step around to your Dometic fridge. To open up your freezer, at the top of your freezer are your settings. Turn it on. Right now it should be on auto. Set this to auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, it's running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it switches to gas. Or simply lift this button to switch to all gas. Shut it off here. There's your spare water filter and the handle to change that. Back in your bedroom, this is prepped for a TV. It's got a backer here already. Cable and 110 there. Don't forget your closet here. It's all prepped. You do have a hand crank open vent up here. Your pocket door, make sure that this is secured away when traveling. You also have this big extension. And down here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you don't have anything charging your battery, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. Covers everything in the living room. I'll show you real quickly how to change your sofa into a bed. Easy process. Remove these pillows. These are both Velcroed on. Simply remove those. They call this a trifold. Lift it up, open your legs, pull it toward you, and lay down your back cushion. Just that quick. You've got a bed. Reverse the process, put everything back. 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. You're back to a sofa. Set up the hallway here. Nice solid steps. Coming into your bathroom, just want to mention you have a hand control, a remote for your max air vent. You can open and close that here and change the settings on it. Also have lighting in here. Coming into your dark bedroom here. Find the lights. Probably back over here by the doorway. So in the bedroom here, you have a 110 on each side of the bed. 110 and a couple of USB ports over here. Underneath the bed, storage. On hydraulics, so you don't have to hold the bed up. This is also prepped for a TV back here. TV back here. Cable 110s. And here is your antenna. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close everything up. Put your glass tops down. Shut off any lights. So what I'd like to do is come over here to the main power. Shut these lights off. Interior, and then I can see all the individual lighting that I need to go through and shut off. Let me do that real quick. So what I've done is shut off all the lights except for the hallway one here. Just simply hit slide in. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that nothing is in the way of these slides. Turn that fan light on for a minute. Nothing's in the way of these slides. Make sure your couch is all the way closed. Nothing's going to impede these from coming in. Same thing in the bedroom where your wardrobe slide is. Make sure that nothing is next to the bed. Nothing's going to be in the way of these slides coming in. Slide number 2. Bring that in. That's our bedroom. I can hear it coming in. Again, make sure nothing's next to the bed. Nothing's opened up over there. And you're able to have that slide come in unhindered. It takes a second to come in. Shut this fan light off. Shut up my interior lights. Come outside the unit. Now on these step above steps, you want to make sure your door is all the way open before lifting it up. See, it's on hydraulics, so you don't have to hold it up. These are individually able to come down. Press. There's a cotter pin right here. You can adjust your feet. Simply lift it up into the door. Close your exterior door. Lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn this handle. We're going to come to the hot water heater. Going to bleed the lines out. Remove your hot water drain. Careful, that will be hot water coming out of there. Unhooked any LP. And bring up those stabilizing jacks. Just hit retract on that. Remember to move any Remove any stabilizing jack pads you may have down. Go ahead and unhook our water. Unhook any cable that we may have hooked up. A couple low point drains if you're using fresh water, potable water. Pull that low point drain right there, that white one. And then come up here by your dump station. And up underneath your dump station, again, are these two low point drains. So open them up, drain all your water out. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you can take the sewage hose, comes in your convenience pack, and hook that up on the other end of the dump and open up this black handle. After you open up that black handle for a while, it sounds like it's no longer dumping. Again, with your water pressure regulator, leave that black handle open, hook this up, hook a hose up, and turn it on. Let that run for a good 5 minutes. What that's going to do is spray out your black tank and get all that nastiness out of there. After a good 5 minutes, unhook your hose, close your black handle. Then you're going to pull your gray handle. Gray handle is going to be your cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. It's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you're going to come all the way to the back, or buy a sewage hose that has a Y on it. Go in here and pull this second gray tank. Again, cleaner water, sinks and showers. It's going to clean your hose out for you. Take that hose when done, and conveniently store it in your bumper. Alright, that about covers everything. Again, we hope you guys enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Thank you again, and happy camping.